Hi viewers, this video is to explain the indirect attainment in our HOD module of our OB software. So let's get started. So here I'm going to log in into the HOD module first. If you are a new user, just click on don't have an account here, give the required details and click on sign up. And if you are an existing user, just give the username and password like I am doing and click on remember me so that next time you log in, your credentials will be given here by default. And now then sign in. So here we are going to discuss about we have already discussed about the direct attainment in other video. Now we are going to discuss about the indirect attainment. So let's start with stakeholder weightage. Here HOD is going to assign a stakeholder weightage to all the stakeholders. First select the academic year and select the stakeholder type first. I'm going to start with alumni and I'm going to give the weightage that the alumni is going to carry. I'm going to give here 20. Click on add here. So in this way we have to assign weightage to all the stakeholders. So we have to make sure that all these weightages makes a total of 100. So we have to segregate 100% of weightage to all these stakeholders. So after you make the total of the stakeholder weightage to 100%, then you can see a save option here. Click on save to save these details. So now let's move on. So here, whatever the page you see in the new section, there is a modify, delete, and view section for those pages. So let's view the stakeholder weightage that we have assigned now. I'm giving the academic here. So this is the weightage that we have given. It says it is 120. So I'll delete one of the weightage here. I'll delete the last one to make it 200. Okay. So this is the weightage we have given. We can modify it. We can change the weightage and click on modify here. We can select them. We can change the stakeholder type also. So whatever changes you want to do, just make the changes and click on modify. You can directly delete this stakeholder weightage from by clicking on this delete icon. Okay, now let's move on to create questions. Here HOD is going to create questions that are the feedback questions. So these questions are specific to stakeholders. So first select the academic year and then the stakeholder type and click on add question here. So write the question here and click on submit. In this way, you are going to add questions for all the stakeholder types. I did for alumni and I'm going to do for parent also. Add question and do this. So there's one more option called upload here. Instead of writing the questions here, instead of typing the questions here, you can directly upload a file which has all the questions. So click on choose file here and choose the file which has the feedback questions and click on open here. I'm showing this as an example and click on upload. So if you want to know the format that has to be followed, click on reference download here. A template file will be downloaded which can be used to upload the data. Just follow the same format, give the information in the same format and upload it back here. So now let's move on to indirect questions. So what the questions we have uploaded here, we can view those questions from this page. So these are the questions that are created. You can modify and delete it. Make necessary changes here and click on modify and delete it if you want. I'm deleting this question. As simple as that. So yeah, let's move on to questions with PO and PSO mapping. Here, HOD can map the questions that we have created with PO and PSOs. So first select the academic year and the stakeholder type. Here we have to map every question with the program outcomes and program specific outcomes. So I'm going to give the POs here. So in this, you have to give POs for all the questions. So if you are not going to map any question with any program outcome, just leave it blank like this. So after giving all the program outcomes, just click on submit here. So there is one more way how you can do this PO and PSO mapping. Just click on import here. So you will download a file which can be used as a template to upload the data here. So open this file here. So in a separate video, I've explained how the form how the data should be given here. So use this template and give the program outcomes to all these questions. And click on export here. Click on choose file and select the file here. Select the file here that has the data. Click on open and click on upload. So now let's view what data we have given here. Click on indirect question mapping from the modify, delete and view section. Give the academic year and stakeholder type. Here these are the program outcomes that we have given. You can make any changes here if required. Just click on edit, make the changes, click on modify. So the next is indirect attainment. Here select the academic year. So here you are going to give the indirect attainment to all the program outcomes. I'm going to give the attainment here. So this would be the final attainment for the all program outcomes. So give all the data here and click on save. So now let's move on to upload direct attainment. So here we can upload a file which has the direct attainment values. So here you have to click on reference download option given here. So you will download a template which you can use to upload the data here. Just use this file and upload the data, upload the direct attainment values in that file and click on choose file here and select the file which has the data and click on open. In this way you are going to upload the direct attainment values here directly. So let's move on to reports here. So let's start with the course outcomes. So first use the academic year and the semester and download. Click on the report download. Here you can download the course outcomes of the given year and the given semester. Just give all the details and click on report download here. Same process works on all these pages. Let's move to COPO mapping. Here also you can download the COPO mapping reports of given year, given semester and given section. Just give all the details and click on report download. You will download an Excel sheet which has the data of COPO mapping report. Similarly, let's move to consolidated COPO. Here give the academic year. Here you can download this report. This is a consolidated COPO mapping report. You can download it by clicking on the report download. Here these are the program outcomes that we have mapped with these courses, and this is the final average. So you know how to calculate the average just by adding the sum of program outcomes and by number of outcomes. That is 1.25 plus 1 by 1.5 divided by 2. You will get this 1.38. So here we have already also given an example how to calculate the final average here. So there's a formula given, that is to calculate the final average you have to follow this formula, that is a sum of all the program outcomes by count of non-empty values. That is you have to add all these program outcomes, that is 2.2, 2.20, 2.0, 1.75, 1.5, 2.0, 1.8. You have to add all this and then divide it with the count of non-empty values. That means there are no empty values here. So I'll count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the sum of this divided by 7, that is given here, that is 1.86 given here. So this is the formula that has to be followed to get the final average of all the program outcomes. So now let's move on to consolidated final attainment. Here HOD can download the final attainment report. Just give the academic year and give the program and click on report download. So here also there are course code, section and program outcomes given. These are the these program outcomes are derived from the COPO mapping we have done and the final average that we got. Here this is the percentage of direct and percentage of indirect attainment. So we have already classified how what would be the weightage of direct attainment and what would be the weightage of indirect attainment in a separate video. So these are the direct attainment values and these are the indirect attainment values. So the percentage of the direct attainment would be 80% and percentage of indirect attainment would be 20%. According to the data that we have defined, it would depend on your institution how you have defined the weightage of direct and indirect attainment. So here to get the final attainment data, you have to add direct attainment percentage and indirect attainment percentage to get the value. So this value is the sum of direct and indirect attainments, 2.44. And our target is 2.4, 2.05. This is the target for this program outcomes. So how to calculate this target? So here we gave an explanation on how to get every value given here. To calculate the direct attainment, you have to do the percentage of value which is taken from department weightage into the PO values. 0.30 is the PO value. So 80% of this 2.30, that is 1.84, it is the direct attainment. And similarly, indirect attainment, how do we achieve the indirect attainment? That is the percentage of value which is taken from the department weightage into the PO value. So the percentage of the department weightage was 20%. So the 20% of 2.30 is 0.60. In this way, we got the direct attainment, indirect attainment values. So how to get the consolidated direct plus indirect? So here consolidated value is the direct plus indirect attainment values. And here what is the target? How do we get it? By doing the final average of consolidated CO and PO values. So so the target is final average of consolidated CO and PO. We got the values here in the consolidated CO and PO. I'll show you again. So this value. So what is the target here? What is the target value here? Target value is the average we get in the consolidated COBO mapping report. So this is the final average. This was the final average. This average is considered as a target for the attainment. So here the target are the same values, that is consolidated CO and PO values. And what is the percentage of direct and percentage of indirect? Here given here. It is the percentages which we maintain in the final attainment percentage screen. So we have uploaded a separate video on direct attainment where you can find this final attainment percentage. So we have defined all these values here. So why this final attainment is given in the green and red color? If we have achieved the target, then the value would be given in the green color. And if we haven't achieved the target, then the value would be in the red color. As you can see, the values where we achieved the target are given in green, and the values where we didn't achieve the target is given in red. So now let's move on to attainment justification. So here we are going to justify the attainment values that we got or that we have calculated. So this is the target and this is the attainment that we got. So here we have to give the justification of why we didn't achieve the target, or if we have achieved the target, then also we have to give the justification of. So here the program outcomes will be given, and the target and the attainment value will be given. So we have to justify the value we got. After giving justification to all the attainments that we got, just click on save here. So in this way you are going to give the attainment justification. So the next is final report. So here by giving the academic year, you are going to download a final report where you will be seeing all the attainments you got, all the justifications you made. So here I'll show you how the report looks like. So here is the sample report that you are going to download from the final report section. So as you can see, the program outcomes will be given. The assessment tools that were used will be given. Like you see, the direct attainment tools were mid-exam, semester end exam, seminar, minor and major project assignment, comprehensive viva. And the indirect attainment was achieved by graduate survey, alumni survey, employer survey, and an exit feedback survey. So these are the tools that were used for the attainments. And you will find a detailed report on the course outcomes. Consolidated COPO mapping report. So in this way, you're going to download a report of your institution. So now let's get back. So now let's get back. So now let's move on to gap analysis. Here also you are going to analyze, which explains the gap between the target and the attainment value that we got. So next is the analysis. The last 3 years PO and PSO attainment values will be shown in a graphical representation. As you can see, these are all the program outcomes. The one given in the dark blue are of 23 and 2023 and 2024. The one given in the light blue is 2022 and 2023's program outcome report, and one given in the orange is 2021 to 2022's report. So you will see the attainment values that we got, and you will see you'll see a corresponding graph to each attainment values given here. So now let's move on to the category wise. So here you will find a feedback of a particular academic year of a particular stakeholder. So I have chose alumni here. So I'll generate a report. So it shows a report of all the alumni and the attainment and the feedbacks that they have given for each questions. So these are the feedbacks that they have given, and also we can download this report by clicking on the generate Excel given here. So here is the calculation that we have done to achieve the indirect attainment. Here is the sum of the values that we got here. So values we got here are jumbled. This values of the question 2, that is 12. The sum of the values that we got is 12, and the number of attempted are 3, and number of above threshold is also 3. So the threshold is that we set in the admin module. We have set 3 as the threshold. So all the 3 values are above 3. So the number of above threshold values here given here is 3. Then what is the percentage here? The percentage is 100%. As we got all the values above threshold, so the percentage would be 100%. And what is the attainment level that we achieved here? Is the attainment level is 3. What is the percentage out of 3? That is 1. So how do we calculate this percentage out of 3? We have defined all the values here. We have defined how to get all this value here. What is the sum? So percentage out of 3 is 1, because like how we calculate this percentage out of 3 is attainment level by highest value of attainment levels. Attainment level here is 3, and the number of values that are above threshold is also 3. So 3 by 3 is 1. Similarly, we are going to calculate to all these values. So here these are the program outcomes for all this question, and this is the indirect attainment that we got for these program outcomes. Here is an example for above calculations. That is the stakeholder type is the parent here, and the question 1 we have got 2 values, 5 each. Here we are going to calculate here. The sum is the 10. 5 plus 5 is the 10. Number of attempted is 2, as we got 2 values here, and the number of above threshold is also 2, as both of the values are above 3. Then what is the percentage? Percentage is 100, as all the values are above the threshold. So the percentage is 100. And what is the attainment level? It's 3. Now here the percentage out of 3 is 1. As I've already told, will be calculated by the attainment level and the number of the values that are above the attainment level. That is here attainment level is 3, and the highest value that we got in that attainment level is also 3. So 3 by 3 makes 1. So how do we get this indirect attainment here? To get the indirect attainment average, you have to do you have to do this. You have to use this formula, that is question 1 PO1, that is this one, question 1 PO1 plus question 2 PO1, that is 2, and question 3 PO1, that is 3. So you have to do the sum of all this divided by the number. That is the sum of this would be 6, and which would be divided by the count is also 3. 6 by 3, that the answer would be 2. So the indirect attainment is the value of the indirect attainment is 2. So hope you got this calculation. Now let's move on to overall feedback. So this is the here we can download this overall feedback report by clicking on the report download given here. Just give the academic year and download it. So here we got the final indirect attainment. So an example also given here of how to calculate the final indirect attainment. The formula is given. So here an example is given. to about how on how to calculate the final indirect attainment. So these are the values that we got. So here we got the program outcomes. So um, mm, we have to multiply each program outcome with the weightage that we have assigned. So in a separate so here in this video, in the beginning of this video, we have assigned the stakeholder weightage here. Now we are going to multiply each program outcome with the weightage that we have given. For example, 0.91 is multiplied with 0.20 because 20% was the weightage, and 1.80 is multiplied with 0.20 because 20% was weightage again here. So here same goes with the 2.40 also, and here in the exit student the weightage was 30%, so we have multiplied it with 0.30. And then the employer weightage, it was 10%, so we have multiplied it with 0.10, 1.67 into 0.10. So to get the final indirect attainment, we have to make the sum of all these values to get the final indirect attainment value. So this is it for the indirect attainment of the HOD module in our OBE software. Stay tuned for more videos. Thank you.